Hey, how's it going, guys? Uh, Today we're doing a dungeon in the Wrath of Ajara. It's the one I have to do for my quest. Now, I wanted to talk about today about the quest lines I've done so far, because so far I have to say Legion 100 times better than WoW. 100 times better. Storylines are great. Storylines are fantastic. I wholeheartedly enjoy them. I cannot talk good enough about them. My favorite one has to be, spoiler alert if you haven't done the Azura Suit quest line or the Stormhawk quest line. Those are the ones I've done. So, spoilers for those. I really like the Prince's story. Prince Ferrandis, I think is his name. I believe that's how you say his name. I really enjoy them. I really enjoy it. I really think it's a good storyline. It kind of almost made me tear up in all honesty, because like his entire people hate him for giving them this curse, and it's understandable why they hate him, because they can't truly die. They're stuck in essentially limbo, stuck to the, or I guess you could say tethered to the mortal plane, and not allowed to journey onward. And it's just you feel for him because he had to make an impossible decision. That the decision he thought was right, and it just wasn't. Like I would never in my life want to try and make that decision. I knew I wouldn't be able to make the right one, and I doubt he thought. I know he thought he was going to make the right one, but he didn't. So I can empathize with him with that one. I've had that happen to me a couple times. Not to that scale, obviously, of having your entire people's way of life just end, and then just be stuck as ghosts. Can't say that's happened to me before, but I really enjoy his questline. Senegos' questline, I really did like that. I also, fucking Mizuna is just so saddening, man, because, what's his name, Runas? It made me tear up, man. Like, we had to fight him, and he's been, like, tormenting these wellblades, but we find out he's just trying to control himself as best he can, but he just can't. And then at the very end, he's like, friend, thank you for making my last few hours means thank you for giving me my life. I just sat there and I was like, oh my. It literally, I felt my heart kind of sink. I was like, this guy, he could have died. He could have been killed if we had failed. He would have been executed and tortured probably for what he had done. He still risked it because he wanted to make amends for his actions. I don't know, man. That's just
intruders. They will not get.
That's just good shit right there. Like that's some heavy shit. And so I think I'm done with Azuna right now. Azuna Matata, yeah, no. All that's left is this last quest, and I think we did.
I'm out of range.
And Stormheim was pretty good. Stormheim was pretty good. My friend Nick, he showed me that you actually, as the Alliance side, you get to talk to Sir Finley Merlin. I don't know if that's a quest that both sides can do, even though Sir Finley's not picky about which side he's on. But it could be just Alliance only since it's the League of Explorers, so who knows. Probably someone knows already. I don't know. But, yeah, Stormheim was interesting. I think, I'm interested to see what Sylvanas is gonna do now that she failed to get her immortality this time. Because, you know, she's trying to preserve her people. She's trying to make Forsaken live. past just, you know, just their normal lifespan. Since they can't have kids, I believe they lack the reproductive organs to have kids. Because they're essentially just zombies. I don't know about Sylvanas because she doesn't look like the other Forsaken, so she could possibly have kids. I'm not sure. That is unclear to me. But I don't see why she couldn't. She probably can't though, knowing that she. Because if you guys remember, it was kind of insinuated in Warcraft 3: The Cloak and Throne that Arthas was kind of having his way with her. At least that's from what I remember was happening. I could be very, very wrong in that aspect, but that is what I remember was being talked was having like the undertones. You know, it was kind of implied. So it is entirely possible that she can have kids because Arthas probably fucked her like crazy, if I'm being honest. Just guessing you, man. So I assume she can't have kids. So her trying to gain immortality, I don't see how that's going to help with the Forsaken living. I mean, is she just trying to get immortality from normal people? If so, I mean that could work, but you'd have to have such a big bargain for that. Like you imagine, for instance, that you just there'd have to be some sort of big ass price you'd have to pay for that to actually happen. So I can only imagine that it's something bigger is going on with Sylvanas. Maybe her other plan that she talked about in Stormhunt early on the Stormhunt questline is not just the immortality, but something else as well. Who's to say? Who is to say? I just look forward to what we're gonna find out. I have not done High Mount or Bajira? Shara. I've not done Bashara yet. Valshar. Not done that yet. I'm planning on doing that one next. So hopefully that will be good as well. So far the quest lines are just phenomenal. I have no complaints. Actually, there have been some glitches that I've been encountering, so I do have one complaint that I had to slash reload a bunch of times for one quest. That's just a minor. That's just a minor. It's not like game breaking. It's just that you had to slash reload, which only happened I think 3 or 4 times to me. Which is compared to how bad Watch was, I honestly could care. That's not even a gripe for me. That's like, oh, I have a slight inconvenience. Well, that's not bad. It's not like I'm trying to go for world's first Demon Hunter at 110. Like that's definitely is not a problem for me.
It's too far away.
It's not a problem. So just people want some of the Azuna quests have to slash reload to get done, unless they hot fix it. Probably. But so there's that. That's what else. I really do like how Javi, I believe his name was, actually turned out to be Odin. I didn't figure that out. I just kind of thought it was weird that this guy just knew all this stuff, if you know what I mean. He just knew it. So it does make sense that he did, well, he was someone of higher authority. I believe that makes a lot of sense. What story should I talk about? I'm sorry for the yawning. I apologize. There was, at the time I bled for 2 hours. If you guys want to know that. It was when it was actually earlier this year. It was in January or February that happened. So at that point in time, I had nosebleeds on and off randomly, pretty much, for about a month. in February, I believe, was when I had the 2-hour noise. So I was playing League back when I played League. I was playing with Nick, and we were dominating pretty well. Like, it was a complete stop. It was no contest. So I told Nick, my nose is bleeding. I stopped the game. He's like, yeah, John, I'm totally cool. Nick was like 30-0 as Darius, so he was fine. There was not much that could kill him. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went AFK, went to go just kind of put some stuff in my nose since I had the stuff next to me, but I needed to, you know, like use both hands. And, you know, I didn't want to, what's it called? Don't want to bleed over all of my keyboard. That's the way I'm looking. And yeah, so the game ended a little bit after that, like I think 10-20 minutes after that. And then I was like, Nick, okay, I gotta go. My nose keeps bleeding. I need to take care of you. He was like, okay, cool, that's fine. So I ended the call. I leaned back in my chair, had the stuff. It's only out of my left nostril, by the way. Only out of my left nostril that I'm bleeding it from. Which, you know, is kind of odd. I think. I'm not quite sure. And, so
It seems we have pests.
I lean back in my chair, have my head tilted back so it doesn't, so it kind of like just goes down
Continue the ritual.
and stays in my nose. And then about an hour later, I call my father, who's away on business. He's in California.
Wait.
And I tell him, Dad, my nose has been bleeding for about an hour. What should I do? He's like, okay, hold on, let me call you. Let me call my brother. He's gonna call my brother. Yeah, which, by the way, my brother is super screaming when it comes to blood and stuff. So he, it was interesting when I was spitting out clot and everything, like just spewing clot out of my nose and mouth. My brother just went back to the bathroom and just kind of heaved a little bit, thinking he was gonna throw up, but he didn't, thankfully. So my mom got there. We set up the car to go to the ENT. They usually and we got an appointment about a couple of like 50 minutes later. By this point, it's about 2 hours that I've been bleeding. And,
The waters rise.
and I was in the chair getting ready for it to cauterize the wound. Apparently, I had a wound in my nose that hadn't healed properly, or it didn't heal at all, really. So I was sitting in the chair. He said it was going to hurt a lot, like maybe not immensely, but it was going to hurt a lot. So he did the little cauterization thing. If you guys have had out your nose cauterized, you probably know what happened. I can't really describe what the tools look like.
Can you feel the winds? They
But
come for you.
it just felt like a slight pinch, right? It didn't hurt like at all. It just was a slight pinch. Just a slight pinch. So I said, Doc, did you actually do it? And he was like, yes. Did you not feel anything? No, I didn't. He was like, that's odd. Does he have high pain tolerance? Mom just looked at him and was like, yep. Like, just, I was like, Mom, why are you saying that sadly? Because we couldn't, that story for another day. Let's not go into that right now. Anyway, let me finish the story. So, and at the end of it, when they were, making sure my nose, they left for 20 minutes, and then at that point, it had been an hour and 20 minutes that I had been bleeding. And then, I was like, Mom, is the room dimming? And she's like, John, are you okay? No, it's not. Are you okay, honey? And I was like, I think I'm getting... And I just kind of stopped. I just felt like my entire world just kind of dimmed at that point. I woke up, and it had been like 5 minutes later, and I had passed out for blood loss. I had lost over a pint of blood during that 2-hour period that I was bleeding. So, moral of the story is... I don't know what the moral of the story is, but there has to be some moral in there. Don't fucking scratch your nose or anything. Or do something, whatever it costs. I'm fucking sure. But yeah, that's my bleeding story. It was interesting. I've never actually passed out before. I got knocked the fuck out one time. I think I should talk about that. So it was around 6th grade, I think. We were playing on the schoolyard, you know, doing some basketball, and I had been heckling one of the guys that didn't really particularly like me because he's kind of a dick, really, if I'm being honest. And
Beware.
And I was kind of heckling him. He had the ball. He literally, and this was on concrete, by the way. This was on the basketball concrete that we had near the playground. And he plow drived me, knocked me on the floor. I blacked out. I legit blacked out. And then I woke up on the floor and I was like, what? Well, I didn't actually say that, but I was thinking, like, what's going on? You know,
Beware.
I didn't know what that was going on. The teacher was like, John, how many fingers am I holding up? I was like, two? Two. And then she was like, okay, good, he's okay. And so, I'm just sitting there like, what the hell? What happened? And, hold on, this is fucking crazy. Hold on, give me a second to finish, deal with this. And I'm like, what happened? You were knocked down, honey. The teacher's like, you were knocked down. Are you okay? Yeah, is there any blood? She's like, no. I think we should be thankful that you have such a hard head. I was like, ha ha. Can you not make fun of me again? Because that was my homeroom. That was my teacher. That was my homeroom teacher. She was my favorite. She was my favorite elementary school teacher. Second favorite. She was my history teacher. And well, we get wiping super hard. And she knew she was pulling my leg. She was very sweet lady. And I was, there's no blood, John. You're okay. Okay, can I get up now? No, we need to let you lay there for a little bit so you can get acclimated back to your surroundings. Okay, I'll just lay here. Can you guys not huddle around me? I'm kind of cross. This is kind of making me feel weird. So they stopped huddling around me to give me some space. And, I was like, John, I'm so sorry. I thought I did. It's okay, man. I kind of deserved that one. He was like, yeah, you kind of did. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. You know, making me feel so much better about myself right now. I was kind of a smart aleck back then. Even though I was kind of quiet kid, I was still kind of a smart aleck. So. Holy shit, did I kill that boss by myself? Jiminy Christmas. Or Sweet Christmas, whatever loses thing. Oh, fuck it. Anyway. Yeah, I got knocked unconscious and I told the principal, no, I don't wanna press charges. I just passed out, I'm okay. Principal was a sweet guy. He was a sweet guy. But, fuck me. You guys didn't see that. Don't even talk about that. Anyway, yeah, that's my knocked unconscious story. I think I have one more story left I could tell, but I'll save it for when we get to the next boss. So how are you guys doing? Even though this is a recording and I can't actually ask you guys that, hope you guys all have a wonderful day. You know, it's second day of Legion. Feels like it's been forever since Legion started, right? Yeah. No, not really? Okay. Just me then. But Legion's been fun so far. I like it. I like it a lot. It's good shit. Okay, so here's the next story I'm going to talk about. Oh yeah, I got a chest. Sweet. Yeah, it's better than the one I had. What is it though? Crit mastery. Okay, I'm cool with that. Cool with that. Okay. So, this was a Taekwondo story, as some of you may know. I did Taekwondo for a while, like about 6 years. 6-7 years, and I got all the way close to my second degree black belt. Close to my second degree black belt. but I stopped to take a break from it so I could work on videos. And
I need to get closer.
and I was at a tournament in Connecticut. I think it was when I was 16, 17. And I was counting stripes because we have the little bar thing, you know, like the lieutenant bar that they have as their symbol. And we have that on our belt, our black belt, to show what degree we are. So I had one of those on there. And I was looking around, I was counting stripes, me and my dad were. You know, we've been to some tournaments at this point. We've been to a lot of tournaments, so we kind of know what we're supposed to do. You know, kind of like prepare and make sure, you know, that if I have a chance against these guys and like what I should be planning out to do and all that shit. So we did that, and he looks at my dad and we look at each other and we're like, and he's like, John, you might be screwed. I'm like, well, Dad, you know what? We won't know unless we try. And so I am counting the stripes, and there's no first degrees here. And when you don't have anyone of your kind of your skill level there, what they do is they pair you with a degree higher, or in some cases they pair you with a variety of degrees if there's no one between you and them. So I was kind of, you would assume I'd be fucked, right? Because one of these guys was 6'5", you know, twice my height of basically. That was maybe 5'9", so about twice my height.
I don't have a target.
Or maybe just 1 time my height. About that much. No, about half times my height, I should say. And that guy was super. He was African American, size 12 feet. So you know if this guy kicked you, you'd be fucked. Like his punches and kicks would fucking hurt. Not that he hit me, mind you. I was kind of. He was slow as shit, so I can outspin him. But he was my second. He was my second sparring. First sparring match, I had to fight a guy who was like 250 pounds, I'd say, give or take. And he was fucking insane. Like he was slow, but he hit me once. A wind got knocked out of me, and he only hit me in my solar plexus. So like that fucking hurt like hell, man. So I was like, okay, I can't let him see that I'm hurt. He'll you know, because you don't want people to assume that they are overpowering you. Because if you get hit by someone with his stature and his, I was like, yeah, he was like at least twice my weight. I was like maybe 150 pounds. So about 100 pounds more than me. So if he hit me, he would know I can't. He would think I'm automatic that I can't take a punch. But since I have a high pain tolerance, which is God thank my dad for giving me that. I'm pretty sure it was his side of the family that had that, or maybe it was just my nervous system. I don't know how that works. Anyway, I took the punch. I was like, ugh! In the inside, I was like screaming at my muscles, just hurting like shit. Because at this point, I had already done patterns, and then you guys know what. Any of you guys know do taekwondo or do martial arts. There are patterns they have to do, like katas, I guess in Japanese, or stances, or whatever the fuck you call them. There's a variety of them. Anyway, I had just done that as best I fucking could, which I believe I'd gotten 3rd place for that, because we hadn't done the scoring yet. But anyway, my muscles were tired after that, because I have to do them with power and energy, and I was doing them for so long. And it was good though. My muscles were screaming on fire. So I beat that guy. I beat the second guy, the African American dude, and then I faced up against a British guy who was here, who his dojo was. Some of his dojo was here to like compete.
Beware.
And me and him, we talked after the match, and you have to understand the way judging works is that there are 3 judges. 2 on either side of you guys, and 1 in the center. It's kind of like a triangle position between the 2 fighters. Like there's 2 inner close to us, and there's 1 like middle in front of us. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I'd have to draw you a picture, but it makes sense. Anyway. And so the judges, 2 of the judges were fucking blind. Not literally blind, but like they couldn't tell like any of the hits we were getting on each other. Me and this guy were talking after sparring, you know, no hard feelings. He beat my ass though. He literally beat my ass. He was running me up and down the floor.
Beware.
It was insane, dude. It was probably the best spar I had done in a while. And we were just talking, and we were like, dude, these guys are fucking blind. Like, there's no way that these hits should some of those hits shouldn't have landed. He was like, yeah, dude, I don't know why. I don't know why those didn't count. And Wait, can I not? I cannot jump down there. What the fuck? What the fuck? Anyway, so I swept 3rd place overall. The guy who, the British guy, I believe he swept 1st place, and then the guy who lost to him swept 2nd. So it was really funny. It was very funny, and so that is my story for one of my stories for talking about. I have a lot of stories of Taekwondo tournaments. I have a lot of stories for those. Well, maybe not a lot, but you know, like decent amount.
It's too far away.
That's the Wrath of Ajara? Looks like a bitch boy. But yeah, I had to face a guy who was like at least 100 more pounds than me, and a guy who was at least a foot taller, about a foot. I'd say.
I need a target.
How much is a foot? 12 inches? No, maybe like 6 inches more. But yeah, that was an interesting tournament. I do say so myself. Well, it's because it was the first time I flew somewhere for a tournament. I mostly just picked for tournaments in my home state. But yeah. So we're about at the final boss. I don't know what else I could talk about. I pretty much talked about everything I wanted to today. I don't know what else I could talk about. If you guys have any suggestions for what you want me to talk about in the comment section, for my next dungeon video, I'll probably be doing these as I do dungeons. Even though I've already done Halls of Valor. But I didn't like that recording. It was kind of quiet, so I'm still getting used to my new mic, and trying to get the audio level correct. So I will work on that as I do dungeons. If I like the recording, I'll use it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though we're not done yet. So don't think I'm going to end the video now. I'll probably. So I went to Dauron actually, and this is going to be at the end of the video. I'm going to add this at the end, so stay in watching the video for that. It's going to be a special clip. I'll edit it in for that. It was when I went to Dauron yesterday before I hopped off. You know, I got to 105 in one day, so it was a good day of leveling. But I went to Dauron, and it was. You can probably expect what happened. I went to Dauron sewers, so let's just leave it at that, and I'll let you see at the end of the video. But here we go.
All will be eradicated.
Wrath of Ajara.
Destruction.
He's already dead? What the fuck? How the hell did we burn him this fast?
Arcane anarchy.
Oh. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Actually, it's gonna take a little bit longer to kill him. As you can tell, I don't pay attention much during dungeons. It's like, these are leveling dungeons. It's not like we're gonna wipe on them, even though we almost did earlier.
Destruction.
HP and I didn't get anything. Fuck you. Holy shit, that's a lot of EXP. Okay. Well, everyone, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. And this, ladies, gentlemen, and those of questionable gender, is why we do not go down into Dauron. This right here is why we do not go down into Dauron sewers, unless absolutely fucking necessary. Holy literally every holy fuck paladins. No, 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 no. I'm hide up here. Fuck that.
Oh man, they just want to kill you.
No, I don't want to be dead. I don't want to die. I want to stay alive. Is the shark still down there? I don't think so. Oh, they can... What the fuck? Oh. That's cool. So yeah, those of you who think Dalron's a fun place to be, just don't. Just don't.
I need one more level for my artifact.
You do? Good for you.
And then I get my From the Shadows gold tier passive.
Oh my god, Nick, everyone by the fucking side area is just killing each other. There's just
Hell yeah.
no love.
You expected something else?
Of the highest quality.
Mia. What are you doing?
Good luck.
This is obscene.
What is it? Make it so.
Okay, well, I just wanted to show you guys that.